Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. Okay, so I think I'm not really entirely sure what I'm gonna do in this video. I think it's, well, I want to make like a bit of a craft along with me video, and I have had this like ready for ages, but I've not really done anything with it. And what I want to do is make a new journal, basically, which whenever it's made will be available in my Etsy shop. And what I've used is my Pastel Goth kit, which is linked down below in the description. So basically what I did, this literally was ages ago, was I printed out everything from the kit and I chopped it all up. So you can see, like, I've got tons and tons of ephemera and stuff like that. And then I've got loads here. I am actually right now just printing off another copy of this kit so that I can actually show you what the kit looks like. So I'll probably do like a kit reveal video, and once that's done I'll link that down below, so that might not be quite ready by the time I put these up, purely because the light is shocking. So I've got my lamp on currently to try and help with the light, but it's really bad. Like, it's throwing it down outside and it's just like really rubbish weather. So for those of you that have seen some of my videos, you'll know that I'm not a massive fan of sewing, but I did manage to like sew some ruffles onto these pockets. So these are just pockets, and yeah, I managed to sew some ruffles, which, looking at this now, because it really was a while ago, I'm like, how did I do this? Because I definitely actually sewed them in. So I've sewn all the way around the pocket and then sewn on the lace. And then I've even, yeah, like I've even sewn around these tags and sewn here. Look at me just marvelling at my own work. This video is just so daft. But yeah, so like I've got like loads of this really pretty lace that I specifically bought for this project. But you know when you just kind of want to put a journal together and you're like, okay, so I've got all the bits, I've like downloaded a kit, I've cut it all out, I've got all the bits, and it's like, okay, so now what? That's pretty much what happened with me. So I do have a habit of making corner pockets that are just on one side of the page, so I am going to really try and work on that. So these are like flip up pockets, and these are so that you can write on them with stuff like this. So this is a jelly roll pen. I think I got this from AliExpress. I think you can get them from like the Works in the UK, and I don't know where in America, but I've definitely seen them on videos and stuff, so they're definitely there to get. And I feel like I've got like 1,000 of these. So yeah, I basically got my sewing machine working at one point, clearly, and then I've just gone through and put lace on everything. So some of these cards, so I will put like a language one in on these on the video if I can. So these are some of the phrases that I've got in here. So just to explain a little bit about, I mean, yeah, so some of these are what is part of the pastel goth aesthetic. So basically what pastel goth is so it's pastel coloured, it's basically gothic style but in pastel colours. So rather than it just being like really dark and stuff, which, don't get me wrong, I love dark gothic things, but I also really like colour. So you can see here that, so this is like a vellum piece. So you've got like a skeleton with a wing, and then he's like being dripped on with glitter and pastel colour and stuff. So I've got eyeballs and ghosts and stuff like that. So it's essentially like all the gothic stuff, but it's all just in like pastel-y colours. So we've got here another vellum piece, so this has got like a heart, a flip off hand, and then yeah, so there's like some yin yang signs in here and stuff like that as well. But yeah, Pastel Goth is like a whole thing, and I didn't really know about it for a while. I just knew that I like that kind of style, and then I think I'd started to see a bunch of stuff on Instagram, and I was like, oh okay, so this is actually a thing. I don't think it's like a massively popular thing, or like hugely wide. I think it's more, I think it kind of originated from like maybe Japan, like the kawaii type stuff. And then part of that, so like some of the pastel goth aesthetic is, it kind of stems from like the film Mean Girls. So you know how like they're kind of evil but they wear pink, or you know whatever. I don't know the film that well, but it's all kind of about being, not being negative, but like this, for example, like I don't believe in humans, so like you believe in unicorns instead of humans kind of thing. And it's just kind of that, it's just like a bit of fun really. So that's why I decided to make a pastel goth kit. And I just really wanted to do something with it and put like an actual journal together. So I've planned in 5 signatures, so I definitely kind of already have it ready to go. Because what I've got in here is so some of the pages are like eco-dyed papers. Some of them are digital curio ones, because literally when I first started crafting I literally just printed off so much digital curio because it was just like gothy scrapbooking paper, because obviously all the scrapbooking paper that you can buy freely, especially in this country, it's just very floral and vintage and stuff like that, so it wasn't really anything addressing the gothic style. So I ended up buying just loads and loads of her stuff, so like that's a digital curio image. So yeah, it was, I'm basically trying to work through that stash of stuff really. I do wish I'd not bought the actual scrapbooking paper that I did buy, because it's just kind of sitting there. I've managed to give some to my mum, but yeah, it's nothing's really happening with it, as I'm sure is the case with a lot of people, to be fair, because like I've heard so many videos and so many people saying that when they first started crafting they bought all these scrapbooks and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely, I think, like an entry into crafting, maybe something that we all do. So I'll just give you like a little bit of a flip through as to what I've done so far. So this is my first signature, so I think that this is, well, I don't know if it's finished actually. I'm just going to have a look through because I literally haven't looked at this myself either for a while. So you can see that there's a lot of stickers here. I think that the company's called, it's Avocado something, Happy Avocado maybe. And basically they sell Pastel Goth stickers. Sorry, this is like my Pastel Goth-ish type sticker drawer, but there's literally tons and tons of their stickers that I've bought. I will link their, I think they've got Instagram, oh no, I got them off Etsy actually, so yeah, if I can find the Etsy link I will put them on there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Happy Avocado. So I've used a lot of their stickers and things, so that's one of their stickers, that's one of theirs. So yeah, there's quite a lot that I've used. So on this page I've just glued in a pocket and put some, like a little bit of collage on there. So here I've just got, this is an actual pocket rather than a flip up. And then I've just got a little bit of ephemera, and then yeah, I've just like glued in some papers, and this is a side tuck as well with a tag in there. So not really a lot going on there. And then I've got some, oh, this is like Grey's Anatomy book pages that I've inked around the edges with pink. That was when I was interested in inking, which I'm clearly not anymore. So this is like a ruffle that I've sewn into it. I feel like I've sewn it and done the ruffle at the same time from what I remember, so that's interesting. I'm gonna have to obviously try and do that on the other 4 signatures. So yeah, so I've just tried to incorporate some different types of paper. So I've printed some stuff on vellum. I've got this like ink sprayed paper as well. And so like the printed stuff is either going to be digital curio paper like this one, so it's like one of her scrapbooking pages, or it's going to be from my Pastel Goth kit. So that's all the vellum and the other printed papers, and then these ones are like genuine ink dyed papers, so they're not copies or anything like that. So yeah, I've clearly only done a little bit. So I've done all the sewing, which is nice, but then I've not really done much else on these. So yeah, so I think what I need to do is work on these signatures, and then I'm going to try and make them into like quite a hefty journal, I think, probably with like a chipboard back, or maybe I could do like 5 individual journals. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think what this video really was was like a little bit of a flip through of a semi-made journal. So I might do more videos on like process maybe. I've never done anything like that, so I don't really know how that will go. I might start trying to film some, and then obviously I don't have to publish them if they're bad. And then I also want to try and use some of this stuff. So this is the digital curio papers that I printed out. So when I first started crafting, I didn't know about like paper weights and stuff like that. I literally thought you either got card or you got paper. So I had no idea about GSM. So what I'd done was, because I'd only ever got, I think, 80 GSM paper, and I wanted like thicker feeling pages, was I'd started to print 2 pieces of something and then glue them together, which, to be honest, I actually really like, because it gives like this really crinkled sort of look. So I ended up doing this with a lot, and I think I actually have inked the edges on these like an insanely crazy person in terms of preparation. Like, yeah, this was years ago. So yeah, I just literally printed off loads of digital curio like scrapbooking paper, glued them together, and then inked the edges and like cut off the borders and things like that. So I want to try and use some of this as well, because some of it's like the right sort of style. So like these are quite red, but they're not like super red, they're like pinkishy red. And then I have got some pink stuff here. Yeah, there's like quite a lot of pink stuff, to be fair, so that could all kind of work in here, like in Pastel Goth journals. Yeah, these are cool papers. You see why I bought them. So yeah, there's lots of purple there, there's some green, some blue, and then what's this? Oh yeah, these are some more, but I think I've printed these on a cardstock. I feel like that looks like my ink ran out. I don't know if that's... Did my ink run out on this? I feel like I don't own these papers. Yeah, I think my ink ran out. I think they were probably a different colour and my ink ran out and they came out like this, but I actually really like these colours, they're cool. And then these are some more digital curio papers, which again, I do think, yeah, this is another situation where my ink was running out. Obviously, I didn't really have a good grasp of my printer at the time, and I also had a pretty lame printer. I mean, to be fair, my printer annoys me now anyway, but it is better than what I was printing these out on, so the colours have kind of like were a bit washed out, but to be honest, these are kind of perfect for the pastel goth sort of vibe. So yeah, I really like those. So I'm going to try and incorporate those and maybe some of these into these signatures. So maybe maybe they'll be a little bit thicker than one signature, because I feel like I do want to do like the 5 journals, because again, another thing that I did when I started crafting was like I hoarded Amazon packaging, you know, like the nice sort of smallish ones that could work as a journal cover. So I literally have tons and tons of them, and I want to try and use those as well. So yeah, so I think I might try and do some process videos, but you're gonna have to give me feedback though, because like honestly, I don't want to just be putting videos up and waffling along, which I do tend to do a lot, I think, and I don't want it to be something that's just not enjoyable for anyone. So please do just leave me some comments and let me know, because I realise this one is probably quite a waffly video, because I've not really done anything for like 16 minutes. I've just literally told you about this potential upcoming project. So yeah, so if you kind of like the sound of a process video, please let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to do something productive that you'll enjoy watching. I definitely don't think I should try and sew on camera, because it stresses me out at the best of times. So I think what I'll probably do is try and get all my sewing done in one go, because as much as I hate sewing, I really, really love how it looks. Like, look at that. That's going to look so cool in a journal. So I definitely want to do it. I just have to get my stamina, I guess, on board, like my patience, I mean, because yeah, it really does drive me mad. So yeah, I'll do something and I will keep you posted, and then just give me some feedback if you can in the comments, and just let me know if it is something that you're interested in, and if you enjoy process videos that I make, because I definitely want to make content that you like. So okay, well, I will go now, but thank you very much for tuning in, and tuning in. I'm definitely a millennial, what's going on there? But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and please feel free to put some stuff in the comments as well, because I really do love reading your comments. Also, I do just have to say, so I'm trying, because obviously like I'm quite a new sort of YouTuber in a sense. Like I've used YouTube for a long time, but in terms of actually producing content on YouTube properly and in like a more constant manner, so I'm trying to get used to the notifications, because I've got 2 accounts. I've got one that's like for me, where I watch like stuff like my ASMR videos and stuff, because I like ASMR and like interior design and stuff like that, so it's all just completely non-crafter related. So I've got 2 accounts, so I think that when I'm on one account on my phone, it doesn't give me notifications on the other account, like this one, to say that I've got comments and stuff like that. So if you do leave me a comment and I haven't responded to it, I am honestly so sorry. I genuinely haven't ignored it. I literally am just trying to figure out the notifications and trying to kind of make them work properly for me, so that I'm actually on top of responding, because I really, really enjoy your comments. So I do want to try and respond like within a couple of days, not a few weeks, which unfortunately I found a few this morning that I hadn't seen for a few weeks. So I do apologise to anyone that's left me the comments, and I've only just kind of responded to you, so I do apologise, but I'm going to try and get a little bit better with that, and just figure out my notifications. But right, I'm rambling again, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much, hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!